A self-help group gives you the ability to get together with other people, and the only thing that you have in common is multiple sclerosis, but it allows you to realize you're not alone. Hi, it's Nani, and welcome to the Chronicles of Nani. We're going to have some interesting things that we're going to talk about today. The first thing I want to do is make up for something that I didn't lie about it. I forgot about it. When I said that my MS Warrior coffee mug some time ago was because, believe it or not, I didn't have an MS mug. Well, the truth is, I have this mug, which is definitely an MS mug, right now filled with yummy Verona coffee. But this is National Multiple Sclerosis Society, and it's a mug that I got as a freebie in a door prize. A big basket full of stuff that included that coffee mug. The biggest problem I have now with the coffee mug is, first off, it's kind of big, so it's kind of heavy. But the other thing with it is that it's a right-handed mug. And I mean seriously, it's a right-handed mug. If you take a look at the mug from the front, and you'll notice the indentation on the top, which is fantastic if you are losing dexterity in your hands, because it gives you some place to set your thumb so that you can hold on to the coffee mug better. Unfortunately, if you drink coffee with your left hand, your left thumb has no place to sit, and it's just a heavy mug. The thing that I find confusing about that is why, when MS attacks your dominant side first, would the MS coffee mugs be right-handed mugs? Because the majority of people are right-handed, so MS would affect your right side first. If you have manual dexterity problems, where you really need that thumb holder so that it'll help you hold on to your coffee cup, you probably are drinking full glasses or heavier coffee mugs with your left hand. I know myself, I can't lift a coffee mug with my right hand unless it's empty. When it's empty, I can manage to move it over to the table on my right, so that I can have things full of broth or soup or coffee on the left side. But the MS coffee mug, unfortunately, is a right-handed coffee mug, which means if you have MS and you have dexterity issues, you probably can't use the coffee mug because you're more than likely right-handed. And if you are right-handed, that's the side where your hand is more weak. It could be, too, that things like that with the thumbprint holders are made more for right-handed people, period. I don't know what it would take to turn that around and make it a left-handed coffee mug, because it really would take changing the angle of that thumb holder. Everybody is different with ways that they're comfortable holding their cups anyway. But like I said, with me, Yeah, MS is definitely everything in the world to do with why holding a coffee cup, I'm left-handed. And I look for coffee mugs that have logos on both sides or have them on what would be the front if I'm holding the mug with my left hand, so that when I'm doing my vlog, I can share the coffee mug with everybody. I really like the ones that have the logos on both sides, because then I can hold it up and people can see what I'm drinking out of, and I can enjoy what I'm drinking out of too. I won that basket just a few days after I was certified as MS Society self-help group leader. As a matter of fact, I had gotten back on the paratransit bus to go back home after the open house, and they stopped the bus and they ran up on the bus and gave me this large basket and said, "You won the door prize." Fortunately, when I got home, my husband was home and he could hold the door open for me so I could get in the house, and take the basket. And he was asking me what's in the basket, and I said, "I don't know. They gave it to me when I got on the bus. I won the door prize." And that fantastic mug is one of the things that was in that basket. And the fact that I was, for a while, a certified MS Society group leader has a lot to do with our conversation today. There are lots of different places that you can find self-help groups. And a self-help group is a group of people who share the disease in common. The MS Society self-help groups, if you go to the MS Society page, and I am really making a big deal about the MS Society's page for this because I was there for a while. But you can look up your local area and you can find out where there are self-help groups for MS that gather, where they gather, when they gather. And you can show up at a meeting, and it gives you a phone number that you can call the group leader and talk to them, find out what all goes on at the group. There were a lot of people that didn't end up attending meetings, but they just wanted to talk. And they wanted to talk about the disease and things they have going on, things that they are not able to do anymore, things that they want to be able to do. They asked me questions, some that I could, some that I couldn't answer. Back to the idea of self-help groups. As I said, I was a self-help group leader in 2014 through part of 2015. And in 2013, like mid 2013, something like that, I got a postcard that our local in Toledo MS Society office was going to have a self-help group at the office. And I thought, yeah, oh, okay, I can try this. And met some wonderful people, different stages of the disease. One of the people, you'll notice that Christine leaves comments a lot, and that we talk through the vlog comments. That's how long that I've known Christine. She and I were both in that first Toledo MS Office self-help group. And she and I were the most optimistic and most vocal in the group. But it was a group of us that ranged in, and this is part of the cure for MS being so difficult. We're in a group of people. Some people have other diseases as well as MS. Some people, MS is all they've got. Some people have family members with MS. Some people, they're the only one. Some people are fat. Some people are skinny. Some people are average. They all have MS. Some people smoke. Some people don't. Some people quit. Some people never did. That doesn't make any difference. You can still get MS. Is no common denominator. They have discovered that if you have MS, vitamin D deficiency goes with that. Usually, that has a lot to do with the fact that vitamin D, also known as sunshine vitamin, is one of the problems with MS is when you're out in the sun and you start to get very hot. It really makes the fatigue very bad. It makes you start with I know with me that it makes the numbness in my legs get even worse, and I'll start to feel the numbness in my arms. The sunshine vitamin, where you get the vitamin D from, natural sunlight gives you a lot of vitamin D. If being out in that sunlight also makes you feel sicker, makes your symptoms worse, you're likely not to be outside as much. That could be why vitamin D levels are so low in people who have MS. One of the things that they have found that's sort of a commonality is that the farther away from the equator you get, the more common cases of MS are. There's more research and more trials that are done in Canada than there are in the US, simply because MS is a lot more common in Canada than it is in the US. In Canada, they definitely have winter everywhere. And in the southern part of the United States, there's a lot of sun all the time, fewer harsh winters, or winter of any sort. So there are reasons why there are more, MS is more common in Canada than it is in the US. You know, that could be from the vitamin D and the natural sunlight. They don't know that for sure either. They have found out that it's more common that women have MS than men. The men who do get MS, it is more common that they have primary progressive MS rather than relapsing remitting, which is the more common MS. But MS being more common in women, that's more common with women. But that's not an absolute either, unless it's a tomboy thing, because I have primary progressive MS, definitely not a guy. And I have friends that have MS that are men that have relapsing remitting. So, and they're definitely not women. So I know men and women that have MS. So it's not, it's not picky about gender. Seems to prefer women. Not totally sure why that is. But these are all kinds of things that you find out when you're working with self-help groups. And like I said, as a self-help group leader, I was listed with my phone number as being the leader for the group, one of the groups in our area. And I would get phone calls from people that were maybe interested in a self-help group, but that just wanted to talk to somebody. And I've had hour-long, hour-and-a-half phone calls with total strangers talking about MS. They're newly diagnosed, or they've got issues going on. They're kind of nervous about being in a group of people, but comfortable talking to somebody on the phone. And I had no problem with that. That was one of the things that I enjoyed. I wish my phone number was out there and that I could talk to more people now. I know that in 2015, when I had to step down as a group leader, because it just got to the point where my condition was worsening to where I couldn't carry the couple bags of supplies that I needed to take to the meetings, and I couldn't move furniture that I needed to move or anything. And it had become too exhausting for me. And it really was, there were days that my symptoms were bad enough that I just didn't even feel like I could get out of the house. I'm still kind of group leader now. This is not an MS Society vlog at all. This is my personal project. But at that time, I was working for the MS Society. I had been certified as a group leader, and it's put me in the position of meeting so many different people that have so many different kinds of MS and so many different symptoms, and you learn so much about yourself and the way that you deal with the disease by being with other people. There are groups that that meet that are all about lobbying for more MS awareness and more research. There are groups that meet to talk about symptoms and talk about doctors, to talk about different drugs that are out there, and they have drug representatives come in. With ours, honestly, our group was kind of sort of like my blog is. At one point in 2014, I started what we continued to do every meeting. Is we would go around the table, and we had small group. We I think on our largest night had 10 people. But we would go around the table, and everybody would say one great thing that happened. We met once a month, and so in the last month, say one good thing that happened. Didn't have to be MS related. Could be if something great happened that, this symptom went away, or I tried this new medication that just made a huge difference in my brain fog. Or it could be I went to my grandson's football game and they won and he got a touchdown, and that just made me so happy. Or just something, just one positive thing that happened in the last month that you wanted to share with the group. My blog's kind of in the same way now. It's let's look at the positive first, and then after we would everybody comes up with their one positive thing that happened in the last month. There may be from that point the conversation becomes things that are not so great that are going on, and we talked about lots of different things. Our group was more like a coffee clutch. We got together and we shared a little bit of optimism and all kinds of realism. But a self-help group gives you the ability to get together with other people, and the only thing that you have in common is multiple sclerosis, but it allows you to realize you're not alone. Vlogs like this one definitely lets you realize you're not alone. But self-help groups, fantastic for that. Or even just finding a couple of people that you can talk to on the phone, or that you can have coffee with in a real coffee shop. Talk to each other. Commiserate or help each other find some positive, or talk about anything that's not MS, because friends and family want to talk about your disease and how are you dealing with it. And getting together with somebody else who has the disease and not talking about the disease is fantastic too. So, self-help group is a wonderful thing. For MS, there are self-help groups for other chronic illnesses too. I don't vividly know about those because I have to admit I know that from a selfish angle. Now as we're nearing the end of the vlog, I will ask you please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you know anybody that would benefit from the information in this vlog or from any of the Chronicles of Nani vlogs, please steer them over. You don't know how wonderful talking to somebody and realizing they understand, they do care, can feel. So, Chronicles of Nani debuts every Friday at 8 a.m. and I am here watching it, and we can have a conversation during the debut or 24/7. Once it's online, it never goes away. And you can definitely come and have coffee with me anytime. A year from now, you can watch this vlog and we can still have coffee together. And I would like to see the subscription numbers grow. I'd like to know via comments that people are hearing some positive things and things that are useful to them. So please share. And in the meantime, I will see you next week, and have a fantastic week.